Hey guys, and welcome back to Premier League Player of the Week episode 4 after last week's international break. It seems the break was a welcome change of pace for some players, whether they were involved in their country's teams or not, as this week the English top flight was treated to a lot of goals, with 3 games scoring 4 times each, and many of the stars reminded us of how good they are. The biggest match was also the first to take place over the weekend, as the first Manchester derby added another chapter to the Mourinho-Guardiola rivalry. Manchester United had the home advantage, but that was the only thing they had, as all the highlights came from their neighbours. City were more dominant going forward, controlling all of the passes brilliantly, and the only chances that United saw came from mistakes by Hart's replacement Bravo. The most notable performance came from De Bruyne, who was involved in every attacking move, getting himself a goal as well as assisting Iheanacho. The first came from a move that would normally be associated with a lower league club than City, but sometimes the basics are all you need. After the ball was sent back from a blocked pass by De Bruyne, Kolarov tracked back to prevent the ball from going off, finding himself at his own corner flag. He then thumped the ball up into the United half that Iheanacho knocked on. It looked to be a dead move until De Bruyne instinctively ran onto the ball, beating Blind to it, who was just left wondering where the ball was. De Bruyne then ran through on goal before tricking to Gea with which side he was shooting, finishing the ball nicely at the near post. The second could have easily have been his second after picking up a bad United clearance on the right hand side of the box. He ran towards goal, pulling 2 defenders with him. A simple fake shot cut back gave him the yard of space he needed to shoot a low-driven shot towards the far post. Beating to Gea, the ball bounded off the post, landing at Iheanacho's feet, who tapped in from 4 yards. There were calls for offside from almost every United player, but after Blind had been dragged back because of De Bruyne, he was playing the young striker onside, making the goal stand. De Bruyne has been quality for City since signing, and in this match he led the attacks and kept the ball moving through the midfield constantly, to ensure the pressure never let up on United. He also nearly had another 2 assists after brilliant balls into the box from corners, but both of the headers were saved by De Gea. And later into the game, after City countered, he struck the post again, which ran right across the goal line, but never over it. De Bruyne has been quality for City since joining, and this match he was the head of all the attacks, keeping the pressure on United for the majority of the game. Liverpool continued their high-scoring start to the season when they hosted the current champions Leicester, beating them 4-1. All of the goals came from excellent team passing, with the midfield doing the majority of the work. While Sturridge did come close several times, it was those behind him that got on the score sheet. Firmino was one of the biggest influences, most obviously with the 2 goals that he scored when moving inside from wider positions. The first just proved the higher level he is on compared to the Leicester defenders. After he picked the ball up, he moved inwards to the right hand side of goal to get himself dead centre of the sticks. Moving in between the 2 centre-backs, he completely tricked Michael into going down the wrong way, finishing in the left hand side of the goal. The second was a rapid counter-attack, and with Mane taking the ball down the left side, Firmino kept pace to get into the box once again. Schmeichel made a huge error rushing off his line in an attempt to slide tackle Mane, who simply tapped the ball around him and then unselfishly passed to Firmino. But there was still some work to do with the Leicester players tracking back, but Firmino was calm and collected, taking a touch for control and another to move inside the defender, who then slotted into the open net. It was domination from Liverpool, with Leicester's goal only coming from a massive Lucas error, and the midfield continuing to connect so well they will be a very deadly team now that Mane is involved. If Sturridge can regain some form, he too will add to this strong Liverpool team. Tottenham finally continues their ability from last season again this weekend when they had a strong 4-0 win away at Stoke. We'd been waiting for Kane and Ali to reignite their spark, but it was Son who was most impressive during this match. He scored twice and assisted Kane's goal, and while Ali was keeping the move going forward, it was Son who was always in space to set up a shot or take one himself. His first goal might just look like a tap-in, but it took more skill than that. After Ali surged forward in the middle of the pitch and played the ball out to the right-hand side to meet Eriksen, who had made a long run into space. He then beat Allen with ease, playing the ball across the box with a lot of pace, which Son then guided into the back of the net in one touch. The sheer speed of the ball would have made it hard to control, but he made it look easy. His second again came after Eriksen had done a lot of work, but there was still plenty for Son to do once he had the ball. Eriksen tipped the ball into the air away from Shawcross before playing out to Son on the left-hand side. Son met it on the edge of the box this time, but once again with the first time hit he smashed the ball across goal with plenty of height, and Given simply couldn't get to it. It was quite central to the goal, so the keeper should have done better, but considering it could have gone anywhere, it was always going to be a struggle reacting to its direction. Eriksen does deserve an honourable mention, as he and Ali were the working links to start the attacks, but Son's finishes put him in contention this week. Diego Costa met the 2-goal bar superbly this week after he helped Chelsea rescue a point whilst playing away to Swansea. After some good ball movement, he found himself inside the box with so much space that he was able to fire a first-time shot between the 2 centre-backs, placing the ball nicely just out of reach of Fabianski to put Chelsea 1-0 up. Swansea done brilliantly to not only level but to take the lead as well, but Costa showed his class with what many deem to be the greatest way to score a goal. After Ivanovic and Oscar worked the ball down the right-hand side with a 1-2, Ivanovic found himself in a good shooting position which the keeper saved. The ball however didn't go far, gaining a lot of height and only moving towards the far post where Costa was waiting. With the ball spending a lot of time in the air, he was able to get underneath it, and while a defender was close, that wasn't enough to stop him from scoring a powerful overhead bicycle kick. He generated so much power from the shot, and being so close to goal made it unsavable, and his finish allowed Chelsea to take a point away with them. Whilst writing this post, it seemed the Standard was scoring 2 goals, with Son adding an assist just to edge his way past the others mentioned in this post. However, Lukaku decided not to match his or anyone else's level, but to raise it with an extra goal when Everton beat Sunderland 3-0. It's the perfect game for any player to score a hat-trick, and considering how long Lukaku has been in a goal drought, this will certainly increase his confidence. After coming close with headers, his first goal couldn't have been more simple. The ball was crossed in, and with no defenders even being near him at the 6-yard box, he had plenty of time to get his shot on target. His second was very similar, just from the other side and 2 yards closer. After Everton broke on the counter, Lukaku made his way into the box before peeling away from his defender at the far post, leaving him completely free for another powerful header. You would have thought the Sunderland defence would have learnt, but once again they were left just looking at each other, wondering who should have been marking him. The third to complete his hat-trick was simply attacking brilliance. After a couple of 1-2s in the centre circle, the move came from nothing, as it looked as though Everton were just playing keep ball. That was until they spotted the run of Lukaku, who was moving between the centre-backs. A grand through ball saw him one-on-one, which he neatly tucked away, finishing his hat-trick and a quality display from Everton. While others might have scored more thrilling and technically difficult goals, scoring a hat-trick is no easy feat, and Lukaku's attacking awareness to get into space and then attack once the ball was delivered was class in this game, dominating the defence and breaking his drought in style. Is why he is my player of the week this week. Do you think someone played better than Lukaku? Leave your own player of the week for the 4th game week in the comments below and on Twitter using the hashtag PLPW. I hope you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more, but for now, that's your sporting lot.